Pokémon, a franchise that took the world by storm and defined the childhoods of many. It has only gotten more popular with time, but what was Pokémon like way back then? More specifically, how has competitive Pokémon changed over the years for those striving to be the very best? Now that is exactly what we are here to find out. In this series, Jeexx and I will embark on an adventure to be the very best, exploring through time and space to rediscover Pokémon's past formats. In each episode, both of us will bring two teams and battle it out in a best of 3 match, and the one who wins with both teams first is crowned the champion of the episode. We hope you enjoy this trip to Pokemon's evolution with us. Welcome to the Pokemon Progression Series, A Journey Through Time. The third generation of Pokemon, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, introduced the Hoenn region, based on the Kyushu region of Japan. It had 135 Pokemon and is widely regarded as the start of the golden age of Pokemon. It completely shook up the competitive landscape of Pokemon with a multitude of changes, most notably the addition of abilities, adding another layer on top of just move pools and stats to consider when picking your Mon. Nature's War also added, and the DV system was overhauled and split into IVs and EVs, now adding more customizability to your Pokemon and requiring you to decide which stats you wanted to focus on, instead of just maxing out everything. On abilities, the most notable ones were definitely the so-called automatic weather abilities, which summoned the weather upon the Mon hitting the field and widely defined the Generation 3 OU and Uber's metagames, with TSS being its whole own abbreviated playstyle referring to Toxic, Sand, Spikes, 3 forms of passive damage. Generation 3 also added some new moves, most notably Will-O-Wisp and Taunt, and also changed how spikes worked, now allowing you to stack layers of spikes up to 3 times. Finally, it also added some new held items, but the definitely most notable one was the very first choice item, Choice Band, which locked Pokemon into using the first move it selected after switching in, but in return boosting its attack by a massive 50%. What is up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Pokemon Prog series, this time with Generation 3 Ubers. And ignore this was kind of like when initially I really wanted to run Deoxys defense in one of my teams, and I was like doing calculations with like how much investment and stuff, like how much time needs to OHKO, Deoxys attack with Thief and stuff like that. Because like, I think Deoxys attack is insane in this tier, and I really tried to justify like running Deoxys defense over Deoxys attack, but finally I ended up in the situation that I cannot justify not running Deoxys defense. And the issue with my first team is going to be that if you look at it, like, Deoxys defense kinda runs over it. Sorry, Deoxys attack. And let's start by covering the first team, which is going to be Rain offense. And obviously with Drizzle and Drought present in Uber's tier and us being in Generation 3, I felt like it was only fitting for us to build our teams around those two things. I'm kind of hoping that Jeexx ends up running Rayquaza, so we see how that matches up into those things. Obviously, like locking out the weather. And Rayquaza overall, like Rayquaza is actually very good, because like I said, like I think Deoxys attack, a bit of a preamble before I talk about the teams themselves. I think Deoxys attack is like just the revenge killer of the tier, and it just explodes everything. But the one thing that's like really good about Ray is obviously it being a lot bulkier than Deoxys attack, because Deoxys attack dies to anything. It has 20 in both defenses and 50 in base HP. It just explodes in when it gets hit by anything. And Deoxys having access to extreme speed doesn't matter for the most part, but it matters against other Deoxys attack and Ray. And the one thing that I'm so scared of is if Jeexx also realizes like how good Deoxys attack is and ends up running a Jolly Deoxys attack instead of an Adamant one like I've chosen, obviously. Because like extreme speed from an Jolly Deoxys attack obviously would just completely root over my Deoxys attack, but I really need this too because I want to be able to OHKO the Lodius with Shadow Ball, which what this is here for. But we'll talk about that later. Let's start with the first team with, well, I guess the second team here. A Rainbow offense starting us with Snorlax. Snorlax shouldn't be a surprise at this point. Common in Ubers. Its stat profile is just incredibly good. and it's still matched up into Ubers. I think we're gonna have to wait even a little bit more to see like Snorlax kind of fall off in Ubers. But you have immunity over Thick Fat. Thick Fat is also good, but ultimately like I really just don't want to get poisoned, and I think like Toxic is still really good in Gen 3 Ubers. And then we obviously have lefties, nothing crazy there. Just a very defensive stat profile. Most of our threats are gonna be specially hitting us for special damage. That's why we are stronger on the special side, and also Curse is obviously raising our defense as well. Body Slam, Shadow Ball, Self-Destruct, a lot of Psychic types in the tier. Shadow Ball is for that, Body Slam is going to be our dedicated go-to move, and then the Self-Destruct is there as like our emergent button when we need it. Our Spiker is going to be Fortress with Spikes, Rapid Spin, Hidden Power Bag, and Counter. Hidden Power Bag, same thing, like once again, like a lot of Psychic types here, with like the Lotties, Mewtwo, all the Deoxys forms, like, but Hidden Power Bag just covers a lot here. Rapid Spin, because we obviously don't want to get hit by spikes ourselves. We only have one Mon immune to spikes, so that's what it's there for. And apart from like hitting stuff for super effective, like we don't really have a great way of actually like hitting back on a lot of things. But Counter is there still to hit the physical ones for a lot of damage, obviously. Sometimes even getting an Oko, but obviously if we get hit by something like a Groudon's Fire move, we just explode, so. Then we have a Kyogre here, very obviously running Drizzle. We have a lefties here. I've elected to go for a little bit of a bulkier set with more investment in defense. Hydro Bomb, Thunder, and Ice Beam, just the Holy Trinity, I feel like, for a Kyogre. And then we elected to go for Thunder Wave, because we want to be setting up our other Mons more, and not just use Kyogre as a sweeper. I usually tend to use like more setup Kyogre, so I figured that will give this one a spin this time. Then we have Latios here with Soul Dew and Levitate, obviously. Thunder, Ice Beam, Recover, and Refresh. Psychic moves don't really give us a crazy coverage in the tier, because a lot of the stuff is Psychic. It was kind of the same thing, I feel like, in previous Ubers tiers, where Psychic moves just don't really hit a lot of the stuff that you want to hit for a lot of damage, so you don't really need them. So we've elected to just go for a coverage like this. Recover is there to have some recovery, because obviously our item slot is reserved with Soul Dew. And Refresh is here to actually beat most things 1v1, because of obviously we have usually stuff that's trying to stall us out, like we can just recover any damage, meaningful damage that they would do to us, and Refresh prevents us from losing to Toxic Stall. This is something that just stall as a like set that's apparently like pretty common in Gen 3 Ubers. Then Mewtwo, also running lefties. We have Thunder, Ice Beam here as well, but instead of the other two moves, now we have Calm Mind and Substitute. Mewtwo is going to be the way we actually try to win the game. And I have more investment in bulk here to get stronger substitutes. Obviously, this HP investment gives us 101 HP substitutes, and probably most of you know, but why that's important is 101 HP for your sub means that Nightshades or Seismic Tosses can't break your substitutes, which means that you can like safely set up substitutes and set up other stuff on monsters that would try to rely on Seismic Toss to break your subs. So that's what we have this year, and then we just are like, we want to be outspeeding things, so with a lot of speed, and Calm Mind should give us a lot of the power that we're losing by only having 84 investments with a modest nature in special attack. But obviously, like, Mewtwo's Gargantuan special attack makes that fair. And initially I wanted to run Choice Band on Metagross, but I ultimately figured that with so many Psychic types running Mach, like, I really value being able to switch moves and having like Pursuit both in the tier. So I ended up going with a more of a bulky set with lefties, with Meteor Mash as like just the button that you can click. Earthquake obviously just gives you good coverage. Explosion, very self-explanatory, very good. But then also Pursuit, because I think like just having access to a move and Pursuit is gonna be nice. Unfortunately, like, I really was contemplating like just maxing out attack and maybe baiting Jeexx into thinking that we're banned, because I think like banned would be the obvious play to use on Metagross and maybe catch him off guard with something like Pursuit. But yeah, this set just felt better. But for the other team, we have just a very bulky offensive team here. Starting us off, we have our dedicated spiker in Skarmory. Very regular set, Spikes, Whirlwind, Toxic, Hidden Power Ground. Hidden Power Ground is there just to, you know, hit any electric types that I try to threaten us, and it's like, it's just a physical move, which is nice. If something tries to trap us, we can hit that stuff for a lot, but I don't think Magneton is good in the tier, so I don't think we should be worried about that. But most of the time, like we're not really gonna be clicking Hidden Power Ground for the most part. We're just like setting up spikes and fizzing our opponent and spreading Toxic. Then we have our, as I already talked about, like I think the best revenge killer overall in the tier. Basically all the losers to Ray, and apart from that, like just runs through everything. Shadow Ball with spell tag is there to Oko the Lotties. Superpower just hits for extremely hard, like extreme speed obviously, to hit other priority users, because us getting hit by anything means that we just die. And Thunder is there to abuse opposing Kyogre teams, because this is like kind of, as you can see, like we're very weak to Kyogre, so I really wanted to have a good Kyogre matchup with one of my Mons. So the Deoxys attack with Thunder just checks that. Then we have a Groudon, a very bulky set here, like with literally no offensive investments. I have Earthquake there as my main move to hit stuff with. Hidden Power Bug is there to hit the Psychic types, especially since the Lotties are levitating. And then Protect and Toxic are there to beat basically anything that doesn't have Refresh 1v1. Then we have Blissey here with Toxic, Heal Bell, Softball, and Seismic Toss. Lefties and Softball just ensures that Blissey is very self-sufficient. Heal Bell is there because obviously, like, this is like we really don't want to get status on stuff like Groudon or Hoa, so we have Heal Bell here to ensure that we're good on that front, and also makes it so that I don't have to run Refresh on my Latias. And then Seismic Toss there to hit anything and hopefully break substitutes. This is exactly what I was talking about with Mewtwo, but like most of our damage once again will come from Toxic here. Then we have Hoa, a Shadow Ball, Sacred Fire, Recover, and Toxic. Toxic is there for the fire immune stuff, but obviously Sacred Fire having a whopping 50% chance to burn. Like most of the time, like we're just gonna be clicking this. But once again, like a very bulky set, and like the little bit of attack investment is to just hit the Lotties harder with Shadow Ball, and then like this stuff should be very self-explanatory. Very similar set to what we have here. Like you have a Pokemon with lefties with Protect and Toxic to beat Stiff Out. 1v1 here we just have Recover instead, and then like your like move to hit most things with, and then your coverage move for Psychic types, and especially the Lotties. And then the other Lottie, as you've like probably noticed from these two team breakdowns, like I'm putting a lot of value into the Lotties here, so we're running both of them as well. So I'll do once again on Latias, Thunder, Ice Beam, Recover, and Calm Mind. Extreme, like literally the same set as with Latios, but with a little bit of a different stat spread. And instead of Refresh, since we have a Heal Bell on, what's her face? Blissey here, we have a Calm Mind on Latias, and this is going to be our like ultimately win condition, because if like obviously if you look at like half of our team here, like all of these three Mons are there just to spread status and like do some chip damage. Blissey kind of contributes to that as well, but most Blissey is also just there to just be annoying and mostly like keep our team healed. And then like after any of the chip damage, like Deoxys attack can then pick up a lot of chaos. And then ultimately like the end game win condition is to set up and win with Latias. That's also why we have a lot of speed investment. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think Ubers is always a fun time. I think that like the past two gens Ubers have just been like just a bunch of like super powerful monsters that just have more stats than anything else. But now when we have weather in play as well, I think it's a little bit more interesting. But yeah, I do think that this is the most excited that I've been for an Ubers episode thus far in the series. So looking forward to it. But hopefully enjoyed the team breakdown, hopefully enjoyed Jeexx as well, and afterwards I will see y'all in the battle zone.
Okay, so we are doing Gen 3 Ubers. I think a bit ahead of schedule. I'm doing this the day before. Very rare. Usually I do these 5 minutes before we start, so pretty sure it's Ubers. But yeah, I'm running Mewtwo, Wobbuffet, Rayquaza, Deoxys Speed, Kyogre, and Latios. I think we talked about Rayquaza being Rayquaza last time, and I'm gonna keep saying the one that comes out more naturally, and ignore any other options, essentially. But yeah, with Mewtwo, we're running Lumberry, Ice Beam, Thunder, Self-Destruct, Calm Mind. We're running Kyogre, Kyogre with Drizzle, and Mewtwo with Calm Mind. I'm thinking I probably don't want to be leading with Mewtwo, but I'll decide that when we're about to start. I might be running Deoxys Speed as a lead instead, for example. I think that would make more sense. But yeah, Deoxys and Mewtwo both have Calm Mind, and they both have pretty strong options for attacking. In Deoxys Speed's case, I'm only using Psychic, and Mewtwo has Thunder and Ice Beam and Self-Destruct in order to check. I don't remember what it was right now, but I calc this. But yeah, essentially, it blowing up is scary. As we learned, I think it was in Gen 1 when we were running Self-Destruct on Mew and Mewtwo both at one point, and also like obviously Mewtwo gets checked by Self-Destruct on some Pokemon, or Explosion on some Pokemon, like I was checking using Steelix in Gen 2. But yeah, Taunt, Calm, and Recover Psychic for Deoxys Speed. It's essentially just geared towards being a Giga Sweeper. It has Recover to make sure that if it's not getting 3-shot, or if it's getting 3-shot, I can always win out, and I can always outspeed my opponent, because this thing is like the fastest thing in existence with 440 speed. Don't even need to stack the EVs on it. And then we have Wobbuffet for killing this motherfucker. For killing all of these. I'm taking you down with me. I was already running Wobbuffet last gen, but obviously Wobbuffet in last gen doesn't have Shadow Tag, which makes it essentially unusable for what you want to do with it. I have Destiny, Encore, Miracle, Counter. I have swapped this guy in. I hopefully don't explode, or I swap this guy in on Revenge. I collect Destiny Bond, and I kill. Whatever you swap into dies. I take it down with me. Then we have Rayquaza here with Hidden Power Bug, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Extreme Speed, Choice Band, Airlock, max investment in HP, some special defense, so that it can take like what was that again? Well, Thunder, for example, which is kind of scary, and obviously some Ice moves. I'm pretty sure it can tank better. I think it can tank Ice Beam better with this. Might be mistaken though. HP Bug to check the Psychic types that are in the tier, as in Mewtwo, Deoxys, Latios. I think Latios was a Psychic. Yeah. And yeah, that's about it. Rock Slide for the Flying type Mons, Earthquake for anything that isn't Flying and isn't Psychic, and Extreme Speed to check essentially. Then we have Kyogre with Surf, Sleep Talk, Rest, Calm Mind. I think that's self-evident. Welcome back, Gen 2. Latios with Soul Dew, Levitate, Thunder, Solar Beam, Dragon Claw, Calm Mind. Another sweeper. Essentially, this team has 3 sweepers, one of them being a bit more versatile, 2 of them being a bit more versatile than, for example, Deoxys Speed. But with Deoxys Speed, I have the benefit of having stuff like Taunt, for example, so that I can maybe even prevent my opponent from using their own setup moves and using that to deal with them. Kinda would prefer if this was like Fake Out, but I don't think I can learn Fake Out, right? Fake Out could be really good, but yeah. Anyhow, the second team is Groudon, Ho-Oh, Skarmory, Latios, Tyranitar, and Medicham. EQ, Hidden Power, Go, Sleep Talk, Rest on Groudon. Essentially not a mirror of Kyogre, in the sense that the Kyogre has Calm Mind. I think Calm Mind, Surf, Rest, Sleep Talk, yeah. And Groudon instead has EQ, Hidden Power Ghost, Sleep Talk, Rest. And idea being, Hidden Power Ghost checks Psychic types, right? It checks all the Psychic types essentially. It doesn't one-shot them, obviously, but it's pretty good. Pretty strong. Then Ho, because I figured I would like to have a Fire type that I can use, and that can be pretty strong. And I'm using it with Calm Mind, Recover, Thunderbolt, Sacred Fire. I'm running Sacred Fire over Flamethrower because I felt like I would prefer to get a higher chance on burn than gamble or I would rather gamble on the higher chance of burn and losing 5% accuracy, But then again, there's also an argument to be made that this has too few PP. So maybe we'll just change that to Flamethrower. Never mind. I think the main argument for not running Sacred Fire is the PP, right? At least to me, it feels like that. Then we have Skarmory. Yep. So, Spikes, Whirlwind, Toxic, Pursuit. Pursuit because it's pretty good into Psychic types. Psychic types can't really be killing it. Obviously, it has a really low special defense. But like even then, I don't think you want to be clicking Psychic on this guy, considering that you're assuming this guy has Rest on. I'm not running Rest because I figured, well, Toxic and Spikes and Whirlwind are pretty good already. You could make the argument that the Pursuit should instead be a Rest, so that you can just Whirlwind anything that is sweeping, and then Toxic, Rest, so on. But I'm gonna try Pursuit because I think Pursuit, I didn't calc this, but I would imagine Pursuit chunks most of the Psychic types for 50% on switch in, or switch out. So we'll see. I have no like actual proper testing for this, so yeah. Thunder, Ice Beam, Refresh, Recover. Pretty simple. We're not really running what is it called? Drizzle on this team, but I'm pretty sure Thunder one-shots Kyogre, but Thunderbolt doesn't. And I would rather make sure that when I hit, I kill that thing. Rock Slide, EQ, Hidden Power Bug, Dragon Dance. Setup. You click DD. Now the thing is significantly faster. Now your EQ one-shots pretty much anything that it can hit. Rock Slide will kill all the flyers, like the 4x weak fire-type monsters. Obviously, I'm also running like a pretty nasty amount of flyers myself, so I think this would be kind of scary. HP Bug. Again, Psychic types. Like this, I could be running a Dark type move, but there's a problem with that, and it is the fact that there are no good Dark type moves on Tyranitar. It has Crunch, but you're like, well, that's 120 base power, Crunch, right? Well, it's not gonna scale off of my attacks with this fucking nothing. Oh man. But yeah, Hidden Power Bug also hits Grass types, which are pretty good into Tyranitar, so yeah. There's that. And then we have Medicham. I think this should be shiny. There we go. Medicham with Brick Break, Fake Out, Shadow Ball, Substitute, Leftovers, Pure Power, Speed Investment Max, Attack Investment Max, and HP 4. Speed is also like a Jolly Nature, so lowered special attack. Idea here being I'm hopefully gonna be using this to set up a sub and then Fake Out, sub, set up, use a Shadow Ball and just Brick Break. And pretty much pray that that works out. I don't know if it will. We'll see. It remains to be seen. Anyhow, that is gonna be my teams for the matches. So I'm curious to see how I will perform in comparison to last week, because last week I got fucking shit on. Yeah. But yeah, good luck with the games.
Generation 3 Ubers. I don't know.
Very unexcited for this.
That's very fair. Hopefully you haven't brought stall, because I have yet to eat anything today, so...
If don't worry.
Trying to starve me, then, you know, that's a good strategy. Also, I don't know why my cam isn't working today, but we'll just live with it.
We're fucking zooming, my guy.
Cool.
We're gonna try to do this as fast as possible.
I had the initial, like, ideas, I remember. This is another one of those where, like, the team that I built, like, a month ago, like before your trip, because like there was the initial idea of doing ZU and Ubers there, and then we decided not to because of circumstances, and now I'm like, okay, what did I want to do here? But also like there was an initial idea that I pivoted from because I deemed Wanamon to be way too good to just not include. So, oh yeah, also I changed the names of these to fit the current state of my existence. Initially, I just had like both teams were just ABBA songs, but I think I had done that already before, and I had like some ideas from the current stuff that I'm doing. So I was like, you know what? Let me instead do this.
Your bro named them into like fucking Yasuo forward special. Yasuo win tag.
You're not too far from the truth, is the funny thing. But no, it's something...
You know...
It is not as, you know, silly, goofy.
If you had misspelled one or two, or misclicked one or two in a song bracket competition, I might have some choice words for you.
I wouldn't misclick that.
You wouldn't misclick them.
All we do
Real.
is we adhere to the coin, and the coin tells us what to do. Oh yeah, let me see.
Real.
Do I have? I do. Perfect. One thing also, because I'm assuming that you also use a like good amount the like showdown calc. Like one thing that I started doing a couple episodes ago. I don't remember. I think I talked about it, but maybe I didn't. Is the importing the like my own sets, because then it's easier. Then it's literally just like I can just have my own imported sets on one side, and then on the other side it's like, all right, now we're doing assumptions about your EV spreads, which I think is like.
I think that's that usually works, but I think for the most part I tend to forget about it. And there's situations where I'm like, wow, it's weird how this Abra doesn't do jack shit with this attack that I was like, this thing is gonna do like gazillion damage, and then I realize, oh wait, it's because.
Or then you're thinking like, dude, how does this thing die to one hit? It shouldn't, and then it's like, oh, I've been doing execute calcs this whole time.
Yeah. Or how I'm like, damn, bro, this fucking. This Anorith, this Giga Stack, it does like 500% to my
like. Wait, like, why did it set up a substitute and then set up a sword stance?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, nothing is foolproof, but yeah. But yeah, I don't have anything crazy to say. We are playing Gen 3 Ubers. I feel like we know for the most part the stuff that we're gonna see.
I'm very excited for the Rain and the Sun team that are gonna be coming out here.
Yeah, that would be crazy, I think.
That would be crazy.
Like, it's not... It's almost just like Drizzle and Drought are like incredible abilities that are only present in this metagame, in this one tier.
It's almost like they did that on purpose.
Yeah, but after this, like, we'll have a Lil Cup still before doubles OU, but we can discuss those after. But yeah, sorry, you were assuming
Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection announced. Let's go, guys! Please buy the Mega Man Legacy Collection for Star Force. Please, guys, please buy it so I can get a new fucking video game for this godforsaken franchise. Doesn't have a new video game in over fucking 15 years. Please buy. Actually, never mind. That's a lie. It hasn't been 15 years. It's been almost 10 years. Buy the Mega Man collections, guys. Capcom will have to make a new Mega Man game if you keep buying them.
I was not told beforehand that there was going to be a hashtag ad in this intro.
See, we're not sponsored.
Buy my €100 old console to enter the virtual world. No Mario. It is $100. No Mario.
It's not even $100. I'm pretty sure it's $100 to get it, and then you need to pay the Nintendo subscription to play them. So you need to pay like $160. Unless you're already paying for Nintendo Online. It's so awful.
Anyways.
And it's the worst console they ever made, and they still have the gall to be like, guys, we're asking for money now.
I mean, because that's the thing, because now you can call it retro things, so they can just, resell the shit that they didn't sell back then. Dude, so that's
I'm pretty sure retro collectors do not buy Virtual Boys.
That would be a beast mode. Shit. Like, that would be beast mode if it's like collecting retro stuff, except when it's this thing, in which case we're just actively avoiding.
13 games for the console, by the way.
13 games.
You can own the entire library in the palm of your hand.
I mean, that's still more than
Engage.
The Switch 2 for now.
True and real.
The Switch 2 has no games.
I can't. Well, the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, guys. You don't understand. You can play your old Switch. Because, hey, dumbass, guess what you can do on your fucking PS5, idiot?
Anyways,
fucking moron!
We have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey for ranting about different things. Here we are positive, and the only thing we are allowed to complain about is RNG. So,
true, we're here for business. Nothing else.
This is a suit and tie environment here. The Pokemon product series.
Then Shall we get on with it?
Yeah, let's get on with it, and then we'll talk a little bit about our expectations for Little Cup, as well as like what went wrong this time after the matches. But best of luck to you, gamer, and I will see you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, let me whip up this once again. Alright, Generation 3 Ubers. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't know why. Ubers always just feel like the most stressful metagame to me. Do we start with Rain or... I don't want to have a mirror, because I feel like that would be so boring. What would he start with? He would start with Rain. He's starting with Rain. But yeah, I don't know why. Uber just always felt like the most stressful metagame to me. Alright. And this thing is going to taunt. We know this as a fact. And the only thing that I need to know, because we don't have a sash yet, is does Jeexx speed live? A HP ground from me. It doesn't take any damage, but yeah, this thing is gonna taunt, and I know that. So the only issue here is it might kill me with... I have E-speed though. I kill it with E-speed. Would he carry E-speed? If he carries E-speed, I just immediately perish. I don't love it. I'll just reveal Groudon. But I think like the I think the taunt is too obvious. Yeah, like that was the thing. Like I think taunt there when you're staring down Skarmory, you have the fastest Mon in the world. Like I think it's too obvious. I could do predictions here, but this thing is really annoying, and I'd rather just get rid of it. So I'll just immediately unveil Hidden Power Bug. Sanch. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jeexx. I think it was a bit too obvious. It's also like Jeexx is sweet. Like it's there to be a nuisance. Like I think you have taunt. You have what do you have? You have taunt. You have spikes for sure. And then the rest is like upward wave, probably actually in speed. Alright, there's Kyogre. I wish I went for Earthquake, because that could have done a lot. But I'm happy, because now we got... obviously, the matchup isn't good for us. I feel like my switch is obvious, so I almost want to throw down a Toxic on this guy. But the issue is, like, if I get it wrong, I immediately lose. I'm not gonna think about it. I have Blissey, like specifically to beat this thing, so I'm not gonna like think about it too much. But it's looking like it's a Calm Mind set, which makes sense. I think like it's probably the best one. But yeah, there's a world like where I stay in with Groudon. I am just click Earthquake, but like it's not gonna do enough like significant damage. So, also the reason why I'm genuinely cold. That might be a game-losing Toxic miss, because like if that hits, like I think we can just stall this thing out, for the most part, because we have protects on stuff like Groudon as well. So if that's okay, we can still do this, but like one extra turn like means that we're gonna have to sack something else. Or we sack this. If we get it low enough, like we might be... Yeah, we just sack this, and then we just kill it with Jeexx's speed. But yeah. The first one missing is, like, very devastating. He's probably just, like... I'm guessing he's just... I was gonna say, like, he's just doing Calyx, and then he... Until to the point where he can just OHKO us. But that's also, like... that makes a lot of sense. Now the question is, do I sack this or do I sack something else? I think this is just the most logical sack. Because like this is here specifically to beat Kyogre, but I do need to know, because I might need to attack something else, I do need to know first if I can kill this thing with Deoxys. And Kyogre is +3, right? Oh wait, is it only +2? Yeah, it's only +2. No, it's +3. Yeah, never mind, I'm stupid. So... Thunder doesn't do anything. Superpower... Does it kill after Toxic? Because this is also lefties. Do I need to sack 2 things? Because like this thing 100% kills my... Like kills... everything that I have, I'm pretty sure. 3 times over. But the thing is, do I need spikes in this matchup? I would love to have them. Because did you take this damage in Gen 3? Because this is like the issue. If I hit the Toxic, like I sack this, I go into Deoxys speed and I just kill it with Superpower. Like that's the issue here. But now I don't know if I can do that. Because like he doesn't take the Toxic damage. And that's the issue here. Now the thing here is, also I have been calculating these in rain. I'm pretty sure it, like even in, okay, it's a roll actually in, it's a roll in the rain. Sorry, son, if it echoes me. But I can work in a like guaranteed kill here, but like I'm not gonna risk like getting O-code in the even in the sun. If he switches out, like that's perfectly fine. I have this in Toxic and at half life, and like I have tempo with the weather, so he might think also that I'm desperate, and that's why I'm going into this, and it's a roll. Or he just doesn't, obviously, like, he might not know my spread. Because my, like, I'm a very specially defensive Groudon. Because, like, obviously for this team, Kyogre is very difficult. And like I said, like, I would rather still play the matchup so that we're not playing a mirror, because I think it's more interesting. So I wanted to be ready for, like, this matchup. Mostly, like, for stuff like Ice Beam. Okay, that's good. That is fine. Now the issue is I don't have a what's his face? I don't have the like best switching here, because like normally like I'd like to have Blissey here. But the thing here is, why would he bring this out? Because he knows I have Hidden Power Bug. Does he just not have switches? If I take an Ice Beam here and he brings in Kyogre, like, I'm in a lot of trouble, though. But I will still click Bug. Because we need to also get back some, like, some your time. Well, this thing just dies, no? Yeah. I'm pretty sure this thing also, like, dies. Oh, wait, it's only for a crit. Well, that's... yeah, that's unfortunate. I was thinking, because, like, I have my Deoxys, like, my Deoxys is literally, built the way it's built to beat this thing, specifically. I mean, if he doesn't have Safeguard, it doesn't matter, because this thing just dies to, I have a Toxic for this. Okay, he'll Lumberry, so he doesn't have, okay. But yeah, unfortunately this means we lose the Weather War. But I do have a lot of like Thunders and shit still that I can use. Yeah, I'm never clicking anything. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that Toxic also means that I just die. But that's fine. To Destiny Bond. I'll take this time to write up some stuff here. Knowing that he has a Lumberry on this thing might come up. I just don't want to reveal any moves here. But he wins the weather war. I mean, this is just what Wobbuffet does. He always just wins you a single 1v1, but that's fine. Now the question is, would he bring in Kyogre here? Would he bring in something else? If he brings in Deoxys Speed, I could have a lot of different things. I've lost my Heal Beller, which is what I'm like mostly worried about. I think I just can't risk Kyogre coming in here, because I don't have a switch into Kyogre. Yeah, I can't risk Kyogre coming in here. Yeah, okay. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, that's really good. Like, genuinely, I'm glad we got that read. Now, I do need to calc this one more time. We do kill this thing with Thunder guaranteed. And I don't... Would he have a ground type? I'm not going to predict in the face of Kyogre. I'm clicking Thunder every time. And now the thing here. Why I ultimately decided to go Deoxys attack instead of Deoxys defense. I couldn't justify not bringing Deoxys defense. He has the one counter. Okay. He needs to click... Luckily, the thing here is he needs to be clicking Extreme Speed. Like, he needs to click Extreme Speed. Or otherwise, like, I just win here. So, this is where we bring out Skarmory. This is a really good team, though. Like, genuinely, I think, like, his team is super solid. I think Ray... Because the thing about Ray in this tier is... Yeah, he needed to do that. Like, that's still the correct play for him. Now, the question is... he's gonna have... Swords Dance. Can I live through 2 Swords Dance and then Whirlwind him out? Or do I Whirlwind him out here? I say I can. I could calc it, but... You know. At some point, like, I want to also, like, test my knowledge. And not just calc everything. But yeah, like... the thing about Ray... Ray isn't crazy in the tier otherwise. Oh, he's Banded Speed! Oh! Okay, then we just should have this in the bag. I don't need this. What else could he have? This thing is still annoying, but I can beat it with Latias. So I'm just gonna... Okay, this thing is gonna Thunder, and I'm gonna die, but that's fine. We have spikes up for Deoxys Speed. Yeah, at this point, like, he's gonna Thunder, I'm gonna die to Thunder, that's fine. But this is a really solid team. Yeah, I was trying to say a billion times, like, this thing is here for Deoxys and Deoxys only. Now, I need to still maneuver this some type of way. Let me make sure. I'm going to calc this one as well. I'm pretty sure I just killed this thing. It's a roll. Fuck. Do I need this for anything? I do need a switch in. But if I die to this thing... Wait, this is still... Bro, everything, all of this, like, becoming like this... because of me missing a Toxic is really annoying. This is annoying, but I think I do have to do this. Because I can't... I don't have a good way of dealing with this thing. Like, he can obviously just click Thunder, but I need chip on this thing, which is the issue here. And this is the issue with, like, like, missing the first Toxic. The tempo he came from that was so, like, devastating. Because the thing here is, I need Latias at, like, full life to, like, beat this thing. I need to get rid of Rayquaza with other stuff. So I need Latias for this. And I'm pretty sure Deoxys Speed kills Deoxys attack with Extreme Speed. Like, that's the big issue here. Okay, we didn't get full parried. That is huge. So we die here every time. Like, that's just a fact of the matter. He could like go for the full para, but no, I need chip on these things. Don't full para. Okay, that makes things a lot smoother. Because now he needs to lock into a move or show that he has extreme speed. Wait, this is actually really good for me. Because he takes more toxic damage. He needs to go extreme speed here. But I don't think... we definitely don't change. Like, he needs to lock in on extreme speed. Yeah, like this is what he needs to do. And now it all comes down to, does... show me... If he has extreme speed on Jeexx speed, we lose, unfortunately. Or if this thing kills us with extreme speed. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. If this thing has extreme speed, I don't think it kills us with extreme speed. So... okay. Well, even without the para, it's curtains because I have extreme speed. Holy fuck, what a game. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. GG. What a game. I got a very lucky crit on the Latios, and like the toxic missing on my part, like that was devastating. I still think, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I had like I said, like my Jeexx attack literally exists to kill Latios and Latias in one hit. It has spell tag and the entire stat spread is there to kill those two mons. But that was a sick game. That was like, I think probably one of the best games we've had. I could do like calcs on like how much damage everything did. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah. Also lefties, and since he's Calm Mind on speed, I'm assuming it's like more tanky. But yeah, we know this, Lumberry on Wobbuffet, so it's probably not carrying a safeguard. And we didn't get anything else than extreme speed from Ray. I guess like that's one thing actually that I can calc. Let me make sure, but I'm like 100% that it was banded damage. Yeah, extreme speed banded does like 50%. Yeah, it was banded. I still know some of my calcs, and the Mewtwo was clicking Thunder. We don't know anything else about Mewtwo, but it probably Lumberry, I'm gonna assume, because he like didn't have. Lumberry might be a Slackberry as well, but yeah, dude, that was such a good game. And all of that could have changed if I lost, because in that case, me saying like that was such a good game would turn into, oh, I only lost because of me missing that toxic. And that's the like cool part about here. All right. Sorry, Jeexx was just talking about like what he could have done different. So yeah, we did play this, and now I'm gonna play this one. I do think this is probably a better team, But this is gonna be awkward because now, like, obviously I have a Snorlax lead, and like from his other one, like I would assume now that he's gonna have Fortress or Skarmory for this one, and obviously Snorlax is good for a matchup there. But I think we talked about it in the past where like it feels weird, dude. It feels so weird not having my cam. It feels weird changing leads when you get like intel from the first lead. So, oh. Never mind. Alright. Well, this thing might have a curse, which is the issue. I'm not gonna worry about it though. I will click curse on my first turn and then we'll go from there. Before that though, let me actually see. I'm not gonna click it immediately, but I do want to see. Yeah, self-destruct is a roll. Medicham. Oh, that's cool. I'm assuming it's banded, and I think banded Okos me before a curse. Yeah, after a curse it can't kill me though. But I don't love giving Snorlax's life all for free, but knowing if this is banded is actually so huge. So you know what? This might be dumb. I want to see if it's banded. Okay, it's not banded. It's fake out. Interesting. In that case, do I just go for body slam? It's a guaranteed to hit KO. I click body slam then. Okay, that changed a lot. Okay. I still think he's faster. Cause I'm cursed. Yeah, he's still faster. So, brother. He's definitely still faster, but this gives me a lot of like momentum. Full para equals scoop is what he said. Would he have anything? Because Medicham can have Shadow Ball, which is mostly what I'm worried about here. I'll just get spikes up here. He could have, obviously, Fire Punch, but at this point, Fire Punch is still a, obviously, special move, so I don't think you would have that on a pure Power Mon. It's a good, like, beta read, if he has it. Well, this is going to be very awkward. But I do have Spin, though. But I think I'd rather use this turn to go into my Kyogre. I do have to keep in mind that, like, obviously I'm relying a lot on Thunder. So before Groudon goes down, I do have to play, like, very careful. But I do want the weather pressure here. I'm expecting him to have, what's his face? Whirlwind though. When I climb, I'm free with lock eyes. But yeah, now the question is, do I predict Groudon to come in immediately? And I don't think I do. But the question now is, oh, Hydro Pump just kills. Never mind, I'm clicking Hydro Pump. If it hits, it just kills. If it goes into Groudon, I get a good chip on Groudon still. And then, like, obviously I'm, like, most likely faster. He could be, like, very fast, but, like, I don't think into Latias. Interesting. So this thing carries Thunder. Now I know that. He could also be predicting and clicking Ice Beam here. But I just think, like, he's just gonna click. He could also... How much does Latias? He's, like... He's getting a lot of like value out of like different switches. I'm thinking because like if he sets up a Calm Mind here. Is he clicking Thunder? He's just clicking Thunder, yeah. I don't mind like sacking Snorlax here. I've been definitely like navigating this mid game very poorly. Like I'm giving up a lot of tempo. No, I wonder how fast is he? Because I'm not max speed on my Latias. I'm going Latios here. And I'm so like tanky. Obviously like both of us are gonna have Soldew. But I'm still like indiscriminately clicking Ice Beam and just seeing what happens. Because like nothing also on either of our teams really switch into these Mons. Because like Latias and Latios are so good in the tier, and this is exactly why in my other team I had specifically Deoxys attack. Because nothing without extreme speed switches into it well, and it just straight up kills with spell tag and max attack. Like it just always kills with Shadow Ball, both of these Mons, and like as kind of like a side product, you also just explode Mewtwo. And that's why like I'm so happy now that we know that he doesn't have what's his face? He can't have Deoxys in this team. It's probably like, I mean, it's definitely Ho-Oh because he has Groudon here, but the last one like could be kind of anything. Like there's definitely Ho-Oh, and then like I don't think you have Lugia. He's faster. Okay, that is very good to know. So he is faster than me. So he is max speed timid. But I mean, now we just kill this thing guaranteed with Pursuit. He does get Ice Beam and Thunder off, so we do risk getting paralyzed, but I'm very specially defensive, and I'm not going to give this thing against a team like this. I'm not giving this thing for free. But I've definitely given him a lot of chip here. Don't freeze. Thank you. And now we have a kill. It does hurt if we get parried here, but like the para would be pretty devastating, and it is a 30% chance, which is a scary thing. I do give him a switch here as well, but like this Latias is so scary, so getting rid of it is like incredible. Obviously, if he hits us with a, oh, he doesn't know about Pursuit. I guess he didn't expect it. Well, he's gonna fake out, but the fake out, like, what's it gonna do? And if he gets parried, like, he might just lose. Yeah, fake out. Actually, if I'm him, I don't fake out. Do I actually pursue this thing as well? Because Metagross is so strong. We kill it with Pursuit if he tries to switch. I don't think it's worth it. We have spikes up. Oh, he does go for that. I think that's a risky move to make because it gives me more life to both of us, obviously. But he risks getting full parried. And if he gets full parried there, like, I think he's just smoked. All right, there's Ho-Oh. Yeah, this was like obvious that it was going to be here. What do you have on Ho-Oh? Like, I was carrying Shadow Ball, and I feel like Shadow Ball is a given. I don't think I care about exploding on this thing. The issue here is that, like, the burn chance of Sacred Fire is 50%. So that's kind of scary. But actually, this thing is scary, but no. I think he might predict like the switch and go for Toxic, which I think is a good play. Oh, unfortunately I'm slower. Unfortunately I'm slower to switch. Yeah. If he like predicted this, like that was a good play, but yeah, switch order goes in the order of BRB grilling myself. Anything he switches into, like, I don't give a shit. I'm just clicking Hydro Pump. I'm not even carrying Surf. I'm carrying Hydro Pump because, like, I'm an all-out attacker. I don't even have Calm Mind here. I'm clicking Hydro Pump, and if I hit the 80%, like, something just dies. I mean, he needs to swap. Like, he knows I have a Latios. Like, this team, like, I need... Yeah, this is a good sack. Because he knows I need Kyogre. I need Kyogre alive. But this thing going down now is good, because now that means, like, Explosion does pick up a KO if I get it off. He only has 30 seconds, also. Are Am I missing something? Or is he stacking this as well to a... Because, like, even Choice Band, like, doesn't do jack shit. I'm clicking Hard Pump again. Calm Mind. I guess he was banking on me missing. Is he GG's? He said GG's. Is it? Is it? Ah. Wait, that's cool as fuck, though. I'm staying and clicking Hydro Pump. Might lose me the entire game, but... Surely you don't fake out here, right? Okay, now it's GG's. Does he even kill me with anything? Or do I just win with Explosion? Okay, I played mid-game, like, really poorly. Okay, yeah. Probably bug. I played mid-game really poorly, but, like, we got so much tempo back there. Didn't even have to unbuild the Mewtwo. But, dude, that first game was so good. GG's, man. Oh, hoo-ha.
Please do not say.
Say what? That first game, though?
That first game, though. Yeah, the part where I got crit when I was in a winning position. Yeah, that was really cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, but, like, to be fair, also me missing that first Toxic gave you a lot of tempo. And if I didn't miss that, like, we just...
True.
Yeah,
Yeah. The Toxic that has a higher chance to miss, and then the crit after, and then also in the second game getting immediately paralyzed on my Pokemon that is supposed to be checking this motherfucker. Man. But yeah, outside of those, I think these games were really good. Like, I think those were the parts where I was like, if this game didn't have RNG. The Toxic could have been something that I would have to play around, but the crit was something where I was like, well, I click this here and I win, or I give up a chance of just winning right now.
What was the Latios gonna do?
Crit. It had pretty much perfect coverage against your team.
Gotcha.
It had Solar Beam, Dragon Claw, and Thunder.
Okay, because, like, the thing is just, like, I mean, I'm gonna like eat a move on something, but, like, Latios always just loses to Deoxys. So the
were you full speed investment or?
Yeah, the Deoxys attack I have is carrying Spell Tag, and it has the spread is to be outspeed Mewtwo, Latios, and Latias all, even if they're timid nature, and always Oko with Shadow Ball. It's literally carrying Spell Tag for that, so it Okos even, like, defensive sets, and it always outspeeds.
I mean, this would still have been a 1-for-1, which is better than the position that I ended up in.
Yeah.
And I had to use Wobbuffet on the Groudon then and there instead of killing the Groudon with a Solar Beam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think does the Solar Beam kill Deoxys attack after
a Deoxys attack, yeah. But for Groudon, like, what was your spread on Latios. I can just calculate because like I was almost
max special attack.
Timid or modest?
Modest max
Okay.
special attack.
Modest, and show me solar beam in the sun. Solar beam does it never kills. Its max roll is 99%.
+2.
Why would you have been?
I was popping Calm Mind.
I mean, yeah, after Calm Mind, yeah.
Oh, +1, yeah. That's why I was pressing it. I pressed Calm Mind and then I got quit with the Ghost. Hidden Power Ghost.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I died.
I mean, yeah, if you set up the what's his face? If you set up the Calm Mind, then I switch into Skarmory, I lose. Actually, I mean, I lose Skarmory if you hit the Thunder there.
How much is it?
A Thunder on Skarmory, like, because I was like very little special attack. It should like Oko at +1, but obviously it's 70% accuracy, so it could miss.
Solar Beam hits, it does.
But I would assume it Oko's actually.
Solar Beam would do 38, and then Dragon Claw does 64 to 76. So I would kill with Dragon Claw.
Yeah, and then after that, like I get Deoxys, and then that gets the kill.
And then that's still a better situation for me than the one that I ended up in, because then I can just switch in pretty much anything into the Deoxys, and it threatens everything that you have in the back.
Yeah.
I can switch Rayquaza and it threatens everything.
But
and then after that, I have Wobbuffet to kill anything that revenge kill anything.
Yeah.
If anything.
But all of this is off the first Toxic switch, because if I don't need to do that, then I don't also lose the tempo there. So it was still like back and forth on that. I think like anytime like we can pick one like G-roll that like definitely like decides a lot, but then like there's always a lot of back and forth as well. But it was obviously RNG always hitting. But especially like here when it's like we're throwing Thunders back and forth, which is 30% to paralyze. We have Body Slam with 30% to paralyze.
Yeah.
It's
para hitting your Ho-Oh was something that I didn't even consider until after, like the speed drop on it. I was just thinking this thing kills this thing and that thing. I don't want to swap into it. I don't want to be getting hit by it. But I didn't even consider the option of, well, it's slower than this thing now, so I can swap in, because I didn't remember it got parried until after the game.
Yeah, I mean, what switch were you consider? Like Rayquaza on that?
I mean, I could have swapped in, for example, the Deoxys speed outspeeds anyway. But for example, Mewtwo.
Oh, because
Mewtwo, I thought about like just swapping in, but.
Oh, I'm guessing we're talking about different situation. I was thinking like, cause like you were in Mewtwo on like Ho-Oh, cause that like I just clicked Shadow Ball twice, cause I live with like what 6% on the second Thunder.
I think so. Let me see.
Because that's what I was thinking. Because like you were already in on Mewtwo, so that was I was like wondering like what were you like switching? Because like if he's switching Ray there, like I get the chip, and then like Latias beats Ray regardless. So like at that like after like we had like those Pokemon left, like as long as your Deoxys speed didn't have extreme speed, like that was a lock. Because that was like what I was afraid of. Like if your Deoxys speed had extreme speed, then like that was the one way I could possibly lose, because obviously it's supposedly faster than my Deoxys attack, and then like it's still like Okos with extreme speed.
So the idea behind my Deoxys speed was specifically running it as a lead.
Yeah.
With Taunt, Calm Mind, Recover Psychic. So I pop Calm Mind if I'm against anything that is special offensive. I pop Taunt if I'm up against anything that doesn't have...
Like a Skarmory.
Yeah, like a Skarmory.
Yeah.
Or even arguably like anything that like sets up. Because this thing will just outspeed. And even fucking this motherfucker, if you decide to be funny, this motherfucking Wobbuffet here, you just click fucking Taunt and you're like, yep.
I know what you're pointing to. Yeah, Speedy is like a really good lead man. I mean, it's always
really cool
in that way. So yeah, I was like that. Like that was the issue. I was for so long like I was contemplating like which Deoxys for him to go for. Like, ultimately, like, initially I landed on Deoxys defense, but, like, then when I was, like, constructing my teams, like, literally every single shell ended up with, how do I beat Deoxys attack? How do I beat Deoxys attack? How do I beat Deoxys attack? How do I beat the Lades? And ultimately, I was just like, I couldn't justify not running Deoxys attack, because I was like, either I just solo lose to it because I don't have any, like, switch-ins to that, or I lose to the Lades because I don't have a way to deal with the Lades. So it was just like, well, this gives me the problematic Mon itself, and also a way to deal with what I, like, deem to be, like, some of literally the scariest Mons in the entire tier.
Yeah, I can understand this. Yeah, I feel like what I was looking at from it was, when I was looking at the calcs, just made me wonder, do I ever really want to be running this over Deoxys speed, which gives me access to utility that I wouldn't have on this first team otherwise? Which then led to me picking Deoxys speed over defense or attack, because, like, on the first team that I was running,
Yep.
this is like the only Pokemon that has actual, like, utility. The rest are Wobbuffet, fucking 2 sweepers essentially, like, not sweeper quite, but Rayquaza, Extreme Speed, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Bug, Thunder, Solar Beam, Dragon Claw, Calm Mind, Latios, and then Mewtwo obviously being Calm Mind, Self-Destruct, Thunder, Ice Beam.
Yeah.
And then Kyogre being Surf, Sleep, Talk, Rest, Calm Mind. So
Okay.
this was like the only thing that I really had that was like, I'm gonna put this in to deal with Spikes, Toxic, Whirlwind, whatever the fuck, and hopefully maybe kill someone with this.
Yeah.
That's the main idea.
When thinking of utility, when I have to deal with fucking Calm Mind, Lades, and Kyogres and Deoxys speeds, like, brother, fuck the utility. I'm trying to live, man.
Yep.
I'm trying to survive.
I mean, you did pull out Skarmory and Fortress both, so
I assure you, like, for a lot of generations, you will see steel type Stealthrock and Spike setters.
nah,
They're
that's
pretty good.
impossible.
So
Unheard of.
Never before seen strategies.
Yeah.
Bro,
But yeah,
your first team
overall.
was really cool. I think it was, like, just overall, like, really well, like, balanced. Because, like, I was also, like, talking about it, like, Rayquaza is bad, but for the one thing that it does really well is the fact that, like I said, like, Deoxys attack is a fucking menace in this tier, and the one thing that always just beats it is Ray, because you don't die to extreme speed, and you always extreme speed, you just kill it back, because it's an extreme speeder that isn't made out of glass.
Yeah. Which is a very rare situation to be in, pretty much. Like, I can't recall a single one that isn't just, oh, I died to a surf, oh, I just died to a rock slide, oh, I just died to getting poked. Which, yeah. I'm pretty sure the 2 parts of this team that I was looking at, because I was looking at, like, obviously what people have been playing, and I saw Deoxys speed, and I thought, I want to play Deoxys. Deoxys is one of my favorite Gen 3 Pokemon. I want to be playing that. Then this thing is, Wobbuffet is in fucking Ubers, so I'm playing this 100%.
Yeah, Shadow
And
Tag is
now-
Ubers. That's why Wobbuffet is Ubers.
Yeah.
Because
And now I need to figure out. Now I need to figure out what I'm gonna fill this out with. Oh, I want to play Rayquaza because this is gonna be probably not gonna be playing this in the future again. So Rayquaza in here. Airlock is really good because I have some stuff that doesn't really want to get hit by Thunders, for example. Well, mostly Rayquaza himself. But if I'm up against Groudon as well, being able to just turn off Sun is really good. Oh, obviously being able to turn off my own Drizzle is also really good.
Drizzle mentioned?
Drizzle mentioned push him. But yeah, I felt like Rayquaza would fit perfectly, and then I was trying to figure out which one I want to play more, Kyogre or Groudon in this team, and I felt like Groudon isn't bulky enough, like considering everything else that exists. Because Groudon dies to Kyogre, but Kyogre doesn't die to Groudon. So I figured Kyogre can even match itself to some degree, so I'll run Kyogre. And then the last one was like, well, I want something to kill, and I didn't even realize that this thing would just die to Deoxys speed. Attack, I mean.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's normally doesn't. It just because it's literally I have because I'm pretty sure I'm not. I have 4 special attack IV. Yeah, I'm max attack, lonely nature, which boosts my attack, spell tag, which gives my ghost type attacks 1.1 times power. So Shadow Ball Okos every time. It's literally like this thing was the DNA of Deoxys was constructed to kill Latios in 1 hit.
Pretty sure the DNA of Deoxys was constructed out of this world, so it wouldn't even know what a Latios is.
Well, I assure you, mine knows what it is.
Lab-grown Deoxys.
This is this is like I went into my chemist lab and constructed the double down Deoxys to kill the Latios, and it didn't even get to do that. But
But it did win.
it did.
It kinda did.
I mean, also the thing is like just like its ability says, the pressure it exudes, because like it is apart from speed, it is the fastest mon in the tier, and like even with only 4 special attack IVs, it's still a 397, and a Thunder in Rain coming off a 397 special attack is still gonna fucking kill a lot.
It's gonna kill pretty much anything. Like on my team, for example, it kills I think everything other than, well, no, it kills everything, right?
Yeah, like
It even kills Rayquaza.
Yeah,
it's fucking one shots.
On that like that's the thing that was so scary about it. Like on that team specifically, like after like if we ignore Wobbuffet and Rayquaza, because Ray is obviously the obvious check, everything else dies in 1 hit. Like Shadow Ball kills. I'm pretty sure Shadow Ball would kill Deoxys speed like 4 times over. I'm actually now curious about that. Shadow Ball from my Deoxys
Barely kills, actually. It's a range. Oh no, wait, this is adamant, not lonely. But it doesn't matter, it's still attack up.
Is this? Oh yeah, this has. Okay, yeah, it barely kills on range a 120 defense IV. Deoxys speed, which is the fucking stall set, but even like that, it can OHKO. So yeah, okay, that thing has 0 defense IVs. It dies. But yeah, these were emotes. Were both teams emotes? I forgot the names of the other one.
The second one is lyrics to Unleashed from M8S.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which I feel like I was gonna use them for one of the Caesar teams, but I decided against it because it didn't work.
And then it ended up just being number 1, and then the Robbie Rotten song.
Robbie Rotten song, yeah.
Yeah.
And then later on, it was the Ichigo Bunkai theme.
Yeah. Because I feel like number 1.
I still think this is a good theme, and I'm gonna continue it. I'm gonna keep trying to find songs about being number 1, or just the word number 1 being in there,
I
and
like that.
name Caesar that every time.
Yeah, so I didn't have Yasuo specials. Instead, the Sun team, it was just the pulses in Tuco, and the other one was characters from Borderlands 4, because those are the 2 games that I've been playing lately.
I was confused about Zane for a moment. Like, what the fuck is...
Amora and Zane are Borderlands 3 Vault Hunters, but they're the 2 Vault Hunters that we know from the trailers that are in the game. So I'm like, alright, 6 Vault Hunters in this game are these. So yeah.
Okay. And then, like, Juggernaut and everything like that from the first team, which you said were pulses?
Yeah, they're the pulses.
So grooves.
Oh, pulses... How do I explain it? When you're picking... After you pick your team... You pick your pulse, which is essentially a playstyle for you. Juggernaut is that you only play as 1 character, but they can go up to 5 meters instead of 3. They immediately have access to burst, Fury Assist, and they do more damage. And they can combo their own supers into their supers naturally. Double Down is you can tag into your other character's super. Sidekick is you only play 1 character and you use the other one as an assist, and then you can press a button in Mortal Kombat, a Fatal Blow style, to reduce damage if you are getting hit and you time those right. Freestyle is you can handshake tag twice in a sequence, and double assist is that you can use your assist twice.
That sounds... With just regular tag on top of that?
Oh, with the 2x assist?
With double assist, yeah.
Yeah, you can still handshake tag. 2x assist and freestyle are like the crazy ones.
That
But they're
nice,
also very hard to use, especially for someone like me who hasn't played versus games really.
Yeah. I mean, you play Dragon Ball Fighters. You're basically a professional.
I mean, yeah,
I
play that. I played that game. I fought real humans a lot in that game. But yeah.
Medicham.
Medicham.
I think Medicham, like I played it earlier in OU, right? But
Yep.
I chose to go with a slower set. I feel like it didn't really get to do much because I got hit with a para immediately. In hindsight, because I tried to go for fake out, and then I figured I'm gonna go for brick break twice because this is gonna guaranteed kill the Snorlax, and then I got parried, and I was kind of annoyed because it was like, well, if I didn't get parried here, I would have enough to substitute on something slower than it is, or just continue like swapping it out, bringing it back in. But I think it would die to spikes. But I think fake out was pretty useful overall in this. Because it gave me very valuable chip damage on Mons that I wouldn't have been able to kill otherwise.
The final fake out on Metagross was very ballsy. I was talking about that way. It's because like it's just gonna give us both more life. Like you still die to one hit, and you risk getting full parried. And if you get full parried on the fake out, like you just lose on the spot.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna lose on the spot because the fake out I was slower, right? The Metagross was faster.
Hell no. What's your speed stat? My Metagross has 0 speed EVs. It's 176.
Okay. I for some reason was like, wait, this thing's gonna outspeed me. This is gonna be. I'm just gonna fucking die to it.
Okay. Yeah,
for some reason.
I guess that. Okay, then that explains it. Gotcha.
Because I was just thinking like, well, I don't have like a way out of this situation, and I can't kill it because obviously Shadow Ball wouldn't kill it. I did click Shadow Ball with something on it. But I don't know what. Pretty sure it had to have been. No, it was Hidden Power Ghost on Groudon. Yeah. Never mind.
Oh. Okay. Never mind. You would have been slower. I'm missing at least according to the AI overview on Google. Like when I'm googling it, the speed reduction is 75% still in Gen 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The
power. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then you would have been slower. Gotcha.
And I would have only done like 38% damage max. So.
I mean, yeah, I guess like the chip like wouldn't have been like nothing because like if Groudon kills Metagross, like then I don't have the explosion to just immediately get rid of. But obviously it wouldn't matter because I still have 2 healthy Mons in the back. I would then have for the rest of the game weather control. So like not at that point it didn't matter anymore. It was still like when you clicked, I was like, oh, that's a ballsy one, but.
I was surprised that Metagross one-shot Groudon through like everything, but I guess it has like 2 gazillion attack.
Yeah, and like explosion until like Gen 5 is still like very broken because it still has the like it halves your opponent's defense in damage calculation. So.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of like the joke that I was also like making, but it is still like 75% is like the AI overview usually is dog shit. And I'm sorry you missed the games. I recommend going back on the VOD. The first game is very good.
Yeah, the first game was really good. I would recommend probably just stopping there because the second game, the second game essentially spiraled out of control after turn 1 or turn 2.
You you navigated like the early and mid game I think like better. I was like I was talking about that as well. Like I was giving up. I feel like a bit too much tempo, but like the crit helped a lot. Obviously, it was like
the Blissey dying felt like that. Like I felt really weirded out by what you were doing with the Blissey.
Oh, the Blissey, that was a calculated thing because it was the Blissey existed on that team to I either switch into later on into Lottie and then sack it to die to Lottie to then bring in Deoxys for free, or to like deal with Kyogre, because other than that, like my team doesn't deal with Kyogre well. And like before I started, like I was contemplating which team to play first, because I was like, I would rather play Kyogre versus Groudon and then Groudon versus Kyogre, because I think it's more interesting, obviously that way, but also like the matchup is better usually for the Kyogre teams, so that's why I had Blissey there, because I wanted to have a dedicated thing to deal with Kyogre. So like the first Toxic missing was awkward, but the idea with like that entirely is like it tanks Kyogre for a long time. It gets it to usually around 30% even, like no matter which set it was, because I was thinking with like Ola, like just all out attack, like Hydro Pump Kyogre, Calm Mind Kyogre, and was there a third set? I don't think there was a third set that I was contemplating, but I don't think I like thought of that like with the Blissey. But the idea there was like, okay, you get Kyogre low with Blissey, because I can't like straight up beat it, because I don't have really switch-ins to it, and then I can threaten it with the Deoxys or Latios.
Okay. I was worried about the Toxic, and like originally I was thinking, oh, you're gonna try to Toxic it, and then you're gonna be trying to like Seismic Toss it so that it's in like 60% to 40% range before it dies. But then I don't remember what you did, because I just clicked Calm Mind like 3 times.
I did go.
Like,
I went Toxic. I went Toxic. Seismic Toss.
Oh, okay. And
so
then you died on
it was just like obviously it just
the
first one missing was
yeah.
the issue. Other than that, like it had Heal Bell and Soft Boiled. Soft Boiled was mostly just that was there to beat like non-Calm Mind variants, like non-Calm Mind variants of Kyogre just lose 1v1 because they get Toxic, and I have Soft Boiled. Even with like Hydro Pump in the rain, like you usually don't have the damage output unless like you're hitting literally like 4 Hydro Pumps in a row or hitting a crit. And then like Heal Bell was there because the issue with for my Latios, I was running Refresh, because like the Latis are so like super susceptible to statuses, especially para, but Toxic is also really bad, because like Soldew is broken. You want to run Soldew, so like you're lacking the recovery from lefties that you have on most part. So that's why I had like Heal Bell was there, because I ran Refresh on Latios, but I like couldn't fit it on Latios because I wanted to have a Calm Mind Sweeper. So that's why I had Heal Bell on Blissey, and it also helps with obviously a lot of my like tankier things like Skarmory and Ho and Groudon.
No.
Like all of them were also running Toxic. Like I had Recover on Ho as well. So it's like this was a lot more like bulkier of a team. Like the idea of, like this was like a lot tankier of a team, and then the other one was like more offensive. But the issue with the idea of the Blissey was mostly to be there to like just spread Toxic, fight Kyogre if we fight that matchup, and then just click Heal Bell to cleanse my other Mons of status.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I like the theory behind it makes sense, and I feel like it makes so much sense that I may have done exactly the opposite, with my Latias being the one with Refresh and Recover, and my Latios being the Calm Mind Sweeper.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just have mirrored sets. Yeah, it's literally Thunder, Ice Beam, Recover, Refresh for my my
Thunder 2 shots Kyogre, and it's 100% hit rate.
Yep, and
very useful.
You have a more like specific spread though. Like my Lati is just the like lazy max what's his face? Max speed, max special attack. So it was like it was
for example.
Oh wait, are you 319 speed on Latias?
No way. Let me see.
Oh, it was outspeed. Okay, that's fire. Because I was literally like, Latias. That explains that explains the spread, because it was 1 point faster. Because I was like, it could be a speed tie, but I'm just gonna assume that like you're faster. Yeah, well,
Yeah, I have a 140 and I have a speed boosting nature, so
yeah,
it's 320.
yeah, it's exactly 1 point faster. I mean, I'm
I
assuming
was a
like the
bit
spread
confused
is
for a
to.
moment, like,
Yeah, I'm
wait.
assuming the spread is there to outspeed Bloody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking about how it would like outspeed pretty much any threat that he can hit with Thunder. So I was thinking Ho-Oh, I was thinking Skarmory, obviously, but Skarmory's Giga fucking slow anyway. But I feel like I don't remember being like, oh yes, I shall one shot my brother with Latias.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the uh reason why I was running just like modest max special attack Latios is because it two hit KOs +1 Kyogre even through left arms recovery.
Oh, I see. I see. But yeah.
Very cool. We had a lot of thoughts on this. Damn.
Yeah, I built these 2 months ago, and when I was playing them, I was like, dude, what the fuck am I fucking doing? What the fuck do I got like nothing to actually utilize my Kyogre and shit? And like, oh, I'm stupid. I got Thunder.
Yes.
And it's okay, but like, what is the point of the fucking Groudon then? What is the Groudon doing? I don't have anything to do with the Groudon. And then, I have rock type bad into, but then I realized after I pulled it out, like, oh wait, no, never mind. Rock type good into water because Sandstream, but then like obviously Skarmory and Ho being flying types so that they can have a 50-50 chance at surviving a Thunder or utilizing Sunny Day for their own bullshit.
Fair.
The pursuit on Metagross.
Oh,
was
yeah,
fucking mass.
I thought it was so obvious, and then it's like trying to switch is like, oh, I guess we haven't seen Pursuit thus far.
So for me, I ran Pursuit on Skarmory mostly as some special attack, mostly as an idea of like I'm gonna Spikes, I'm gonna Toxic, I'm gonna Whirlwind, I'm gonna Pursuit because I've got to assume I'm gonna be landing on things that want to get out. So I'm gonna be trying to under Sunny Day with a very limited chance of Thunder getting pressed to use Skarmory to spread status moves and then pursuing anything that I think is just gonna leave. But obviously I didn't get to that. But yeah.
I thought I was being a genius. I was once again. I think I did the same thing in OU, like because obviously Skarmory and Fortress are like the premier spikers still in the tier. So I thought I was being a genius. It's like okay, both of these obviously get smoked by Magneton. Jeexx loves running non-Ubers Mons in Uber, so obviously like he's gonna run Magneton here. So once again, I'm gonna go Jolly Nature, Max Attack, Hidden Power Ground to outspeed and kill Magneton with Hidden Power Ground, and it just didn't.
Okay,
do
but like,
anything.
I gotta ask, would I be running Magneton over a Caesar Sword Stance Baton Pass sweep set? Think about it.
Who knows?
Imagine a Medicham with a Lumberry boost and a Sword Stance boost doing a fucking Shadow Ball on all of these Psychic types.
Okay, but imagine this match in the next generation when now Medicham is staring at the fortress in the sun, and now the Fire Punch is actually threatening. Because I was genuinely thinking this thing could have Fire Punch, but I don't think there's any world where Jeexx would give a pure power physical attacker Fire Punch when it's still special. Luckily it didn't.
See, I read my cards.
But
shout outs to the Digimon card game progression learning journey that I listened to for like 7 hours while crafting gathering Final Fantasy 14.
6 hours of BT6 games to craft Final Fantasy 14 potions too.
Hell
yeah. You guys
to be fair, it wasn't just
check it out.
crafting. I highly recommend you guys go check it out. There's some clip-worthy content in there. My favorite parts of it were the multiple weeks in between certain sessions where it's clear that Ryu forgot to read his cards again. Ryu was reading his cards for like a full session. There's a time skip. Ryu forgets to read his cards.
Rereading cards in that game might be more common sorry, not reading his card might be more common than us not reading them on the Yu-Gi-Oh! A learning journey, and that's crazy.
That's
But-
impressive. Because there's
but-
two of us.
Yeah,
Not
it's
reading
like,
cards.
both of us. I mean, I also like sometimes forget to read in Digimon, so but yeah, we don't read cards. But
Cringe.
really briefly, now we've done 3 essentially generations of the same stuff, but now we're getting into the new shit. We're getting into
Finally.
Little Cup. We're getting into doubles. Not VGC yet for Generation 3, but our first taste of doubles. Any expectations?
My stupid life. I think there's gonna be more variance in doubles because I feel like
sure.
singles to some degree is. I was gonna say it's solved, but it feels like the better player is more likely to always win.
We're also limiting it obviously by having the like, okay, you need to have 2 months from the current generation, so that's obviously limiting that as well, and lifting that for the double/VGC format is also gonna open things up a bit. But like, I can definitely see that. And obviously the fact that you have like 6 months, you pick 4 for the matchup is also gonna do a lot. So
Yeah, there's a lot more thinking that will go into doubles as a whole and VGC later on. And I think the team building is going to be more interesting because I don't think that like team building for singles is as interesting as team building for doubles because I only have one Pokemon at a time, and it sometimes even becomes like feels degenerate where you have a Pokemon where you're like, well, this Pokemon doesn't seem particularly good. It's only got everything that you could ever ask for, but obviously it dies, right? And then it doesn't die. And you're like, why doesn't it die? And the answer is because it's playing against one Pokemon at a time, and it can't get like status easily, it can't get interrupted easily, there's no swaps that are happening. You're actually just hitting one Pokemon at a time with your fucking Psychic and your 699 speed, with your choice specs or whatever the fuck, and maximum modest nature 252 EVs in special attack. And you just one-shot everything that isn't a dark type.
which is funny.
Okay.
Which is funny that you're saying that, because obviously 95% of Mons in doubles are gonna have 3 move slots because they do
Yep.
one protect.
Exactly.
Not
And I
always,
think
but
protect-
almost always. But there's still like every single turn is a mind game when there's like, okay, who's clicking protect if anyone?
Yeah, that's like the part where like, okay, is it a double protect? Is it a single protect? Is he gonna protect the Pokemon that I'm reading that I'm gonna be able to kill immediately, or is he gonna be protecting the Pokemon that he's probably gonna expect me to double down into because of the fact that he knows that I would kill this thing by doubling into it? And then it's like, okay, you literally have to think rock, paper, or scissors right now. Guess, Bucko. Whereas in singles, it's like, well, is he gonna throw rock, or is he gonna throw paper? I have scissors. I can swap over into paper. I'm gonna swap over into paper because that doesn't lose.
Rock, paper, scissors, but both of us can see the other's next move, and then it's like, all right, is he gonna stick to that, or is he gonna lock it in, or is he gonna change?
Okay, but that sounds like a ball or anime arc for something like No Game No Life, which is essentially what like Shiro does, where it's like, I'm just gonna throw a rock,
Yeah.
and then he actually does throw a rock.
Just like Jeexx in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey.
I always press rock.
But yeah.
I learned from the best.
But before that, we have one more singles format to go, which is Little Cup.
Yeah, can we like not?
It is cool.
Okay. Okay, we got a level 5 Shuppet. Bro, you gonna extreme speed my Shuppet?
No, it's a ghost type. You can't extreme speed it, actually.
Is there anything that actually learns extreme speed, by the way? No. Zigzagoon! Okay, it's later on. Damn. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, next time is gonna be some Little Cup shenanigans. It's gonna be our first venture into Little Cup. Like I said, like, I've heard quite extensively about Little Cup. I have never played a single game myself, but I think it could be cool.
Yeah, I do think that there is a chance for this to actually be neat.
And like obviously, thanks to the stats of the Mons being obviously at level 5, things will explode.
Hell yeah.
So
We're gonna make sure that the children explode with
Okay.
my 100 attack, quick attack,
Okay.
protect, revenge. I mean, I'm gonna run one move on this guy, and it's quick attack. He's gonna kill.
Well, if you're doing that, then why are you giving it speed, EVs? Because you don't need
Oh,
it
true. You're right. You're right. Can I actually? Because I was originally thinking I was gonna run something else as well, but you know. And then we give HP, and then we give a little bit of special defense so that it can survive the really hard hitting water type moves, right? Sure.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking
Amazing.
forward to it. But yeah.
20 attack.
Thank you guys for so much for watching. We have 2 more sessions of Generation 3 to go, and then we will enter into the realm of special physical split. Finally. But thank you for watching. Thanks for listening to the extremely elongated yaps as well as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.